Alaikum. A bit more louder. No, a bit more louder. You all had lunch. Just had lunch. Energy. Thank you. Otherwise, I have to give you an energizer. So just a quick intro of myself. Asma Zishan. I'm currently working with Telenor Pakistan as head of business. And today our topic is already mentioned. You have seen it's business and cultural transformation through digitalization. So before we start, energizer. Everyone, so can you all just get up? Just a quick energizer for everyone. Okay, so find people who are wearing the same color clothes. You have to find such people. And you have to tell them, introduce yourself. So just have an intro, a quick one in a minute. Introduce yourself to the other person and just get to know each other. Your time starts now. Good. I'm so glad people are interacting, knowing each other. Anyone wearing my color clothes? Okay, so you have 1 minute. If you want more, I can give you half more minute. It's always good to interact in such sessions. Just a quick intro. What's your name? Where do you work? Are you guys done? Back to your seats, please. Thank you. I hope it was a good energizer, just to get up and know each other. Let's just quickly settle down. I did not meant that this should be a networking event. Everybody please settle down to your tables. Maybe after this session, you'll get a chance to know more about the person you just met. All right, the introduction and the energizer is just now finished. The time is up. Please go back to your tables. I think I choose the wrong energizer. But I'm glad people are actually loving it. Shall we start? We have a lot in this session to interact with each other, so just wait for another thing coming up. So, people who are standing, may I request to please settle down on your tables? Hello? Everyone, please settle down to your tables. All right, so I'm just starting. As you all have read, our topic is business and cultural transformation, and it is related to digitalization. Everybody know these terms and what is happening in different industries. So before we start, I'll just give you a quick brief of my experience. I have worked in different industries. And it's been like 20 years, worked in financial industry, telco, FMCG, manufacturing. So I've got a good idea of different business processes and how organizational cultures evolve. What kind of challenges we face, how the low pace and high pace industries actually work, and what happens at the top management level when it comes to strategy and vision of the organizations. So without wasting any time, we will just go to the business transformation slide. So we'll be covering few points here in a little bit more detail. As you all know, business transformation is a very, very vast world. If you ask any of the leaders, if you ask any of the CEOs, everybody would like to transform in these times, because that's the way to grow, and that's the future. But how do we do it? One thing could be that just write down in your mission statement and vision and just communicate through an email to all your employees that from tomorrow we will be transforming our organization. And other way could be like having some practical measures in the organization, building that culture and evolve the organization to have this actual transformation. So if we talk about the first topic, that is the strategic repositioning. Repositioning means redefining your vision, redefining your mission, and that has to come from the top. That how do you want your organization to serve your customers better? How do you want your employees to work better? So these all are the redefined vision and mission things which needs to be at the top in the mission statement. Can I request everyone to just focus? We will have some interesting stuff other than these slides as well. So just need your attention. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we talked about the redefining of our vision and mission coming up from the top management, and then comes the operational excellence. So every organization has different kind of operations, and in business transformation, the excellence is required in all those operations. Sometimes you have to let go some of the operations. There is no need for some processes. You just need to identify for that excellence that what needs to let go. And sometimes you just need to identify how much time, resources, money is just getting wasted in these processes and in these operations, and how can we automate. So identification and automation comes in this area when you choose the right technology, when you define your, first of all, defining the company strategy. Second step, choosing the right technology and designing the blueprint that what exactly we would be doing. How we would be, if it's a customer-focused industry, how would we become more customer-centric? What operations should be automated, and we will be bringing the excellence out of it. The third part is very important, ecosystem. So collaborative ecosystem, whenever we work in any organization and we're talking about bringing some kind of transformation, it requires to interact with a lot of stakeholders. And the stakeholders could be internal, those could be external, those could be your vendors, your other cross-functional teams. So you have to get everybody along. So if you implement one technology and the infrastructure is not ready, so that would not work. So it's important to know who are the key stakeholders who will be playing a vital role in the transformation of this organization, and how can we bring them together. The next one is data-driven decision-making. So there's a lot of data generated in all organizations through different systems. And we all operate with systems, and usually getting these Excel things done and making some analysis on Excel that, okay, how can we take our daily routine decisions based on some analytics. So in analytics, even if you want to really transform your organization, there are different ways. You know, the business intelligence system, business intelligence, how can we analyze data? How can we connect the relevant data points? And how can we make a dashboard for the relevant people to take informed decisions? So this is one way of doing it, which is called the business intelligence. Another way, which is a modern concept and happening in facilitating organizations in a wonderful way these days, is generative AI. How many of you know about generative AI? I think I need to engage most of you. Okay, yes, please. Do we have mics? Do we have mic in the audience? So if you can give me the definition maybe of generative AI or any example. Do you have mic? Can anybody facilitate mic over there? Raise your hand, Sarah. Right, so just listen to her, that what is generative AI. Will give a bit more time, maybe a minute, to this concept. It would be beneficial for all of you. Yes, Sarah?
So softwares like Midjourney, where you can generate images, ChatGPT, where you can generate text, and a lot of other softwares that can help you generate things using AI technology.
Yes, thank you very much. Any other person in this audience who can give me a more examples on generative AI? So which means it's a new concept for this audience. It's a new concept for businesses as well. So yes, very rightly said, it's a concept where content is created automatically. So what happens is, when we get dashboards, then we think of it, we make some analysis, and then we take decisions. So these generative AI tool gives you automatic content based on the preferences defined in the system. So for example, your system gets inputs from consumer preferences, consumer behaviors. So what is happening in the industry is that we are getting consumer behaviors, and then we are connecting the relevant data points, and we are planning our marketing campaigns, our pricing campaigns, and all these things. So this is a long process. How can we shorten this? How can we transform this? It could be like you have data in your ERP, let's say, all the consumer data. And then there is a generative AI tool applied in your organization, which will actually gather all that data, make that analysis, and design products for you, design pricing for you, and that product, that AI tool will tell you that, okay, in this area, you should have this price plan. In this area, you should discontinue this product because it's no more. In this area, maybe you can introduce more SKUs. So this is how your time is saved. The decision maker is taking informed decisions. A very good example is a new report creation, let's say for a CEO. So just imagine if your organizational CEO has to travel from home to office, and he has got 30 minutes, and he wants to review the complete company performance day -1. What happened till last day? So how would he do that? So सोचने में तो यही आता ना कि he would go to office, open his laptop, और वहाँ पे देखेंगे कि जी what happened to the financials, what happened to the profitability, what happened to the stock and supply chain and everything. But what is happening these days? Generative AI is actually getting data from BI, that what kind of reports are important for this person, CEO or maybe any other decision maker. And out of these reports, what should he look first? So this is very important. I need your attention on that. Where is the problem in the organization right now, today? So maybe he has to look to the financials, but there is no problem in the financials, but maybe there's a problem in the stock, in supply chain. So that just pops up without involving any human being. So this is the real transformation, where system is actually doing the job of a lot of human beings who are not being able to quickly do that. They have dependencies on a lot of reports and the comparisons, but this tool is actually doing it, giving that right. Maybe that decision is taken just right now, not after 30 minutes. So he needs to review that. The minute he will open his phone, maybe, or the iPad, he will just review. There's a pop-up. There's a problem in the organization. Okay? So maybe there is some regulatory fine imposed on you. So this needs to be, this needs your attention at first. And the financials can wait. So this is how organizations are now thinking ahead to transform. The last is, yes, risk management and governance. It's very, very important. Because as you transform, you deal with a lot of systems and with a lot of data, and you are exposed to the external threats as well. You go online, you're using cloud systems. So your exposure gives chance to the cyber attacks, so information security threats. So in parallel, transformation should not happen like applying a system. Okay, it's a mature system, let's apply that. And okay, ask people to start using it from tomorrow. It's also important to holistically plan and mitigate risk which can come along with this transformation. It should not be a failure at the end of the day that you applied a system and it got hacked. all your data is gone. So it should be this way that yes, you applied a system, you worked on the complete ecosystem, you made sure that the regulatory is aligned, you made sure that the risks are already identified, and if any risk comes up, the mitigation plan is ready, and now you go and confidently say, oh, this is our system. And this could be banks, this could be telcos, these could be consumer-related FMCGs. So this is the crux of business transformation, how we look at it. But one more thing. Can business transformation happen without this? Audience, do you think that culture is important for any kind of transformation in the organization? Yes? Nahi aa rahi awaaz. A bit more louder. Yes, it is even more important than business transformation. Because whatever you spend on your business transformation goes into vain if your people are not ready to use it. If there is no culture, if the top management is not aligned, if they're just going with the flow, okay, acha yaar, falana bank hack ho gaya tha, tum bhi laga lo, ye wala firewall laga lo, bahut acha sara hamara secure ho jayega data. But if the team is not aligned, they don't have that ownership and accountability, and we don't have any culture in the organization, then there is no point of just spending money. So first thing, the organization should know which technology is important and who are the users of this technology and what is the accountability level top to bottom. That is important. So if we see vision and strategy, हमने पिछली स्लाइड में भी देखा कि redefining the vision, redefining the strategy, यहाँ पे भी the culture needs to come up from the top. They need to define what would be the direction and tone of the company. If we are going for S/4HANA, let's say, so is the organization ready for that? And yeah, if yes, then what are the accountability levels? How would we transform? Do we have the complete ecosystem? Do we have we provided the relevant support to the teams, the learning, the training and development in the organization? Do we have all these required elements? Leadership commitment. The leaders needs to live by their actions. So even if some leader is supposed to do some action through systems, he or should not be sharing his password with someone, let's say, that, okay, I'm busy, you just do my work, assigning it to the PA and exposing the company risk to them. It happens in the organizations. So if any action is taken by the C-level as well, there should be an accountability. So that culture comes from the top. And then if somebody is going to the management and saying, I need this support, you have already built the systems, you have already invested in Falana department, but we need resources. We need technical training. We want to transform ourselves. We want to transform our resources. Maybe we need to inject new blood in the organization. Maybe we need to hire management trainees. So all these things comes in the leadership commitment that yes, we have given the transformation agenda to the organization, and yes, we are giving the support and resources as well. And that's how this gets completed. Digital mindset and future readiness. This is very important because in organization, you can't just let everybody go, have systems implemented and inject new people in the organization to run those systems. Because the process and the business understanding with a old employee, but whoever is managing it manually is much more deeper than anybody coming up new. So it's important to have a mix. It's important to start creating awareness on the digital mindset that yes, it's okay to leave these papers. It's okay to just throw away this printer. And it's okay to just use your tablets and phones and start doing it without having this fear that, oh, we will lose our jobs. I have been doing it all my life, putting things in register. So now they have automated this, I will lose my job. Why? The organization should support to the PN level, to the C level, that yes, what can we do to change the digital mindset? What this person can do on the laptop or maybe on the system, how can we train this person? How can we make him system oriented? And there could be fun ways of doing it as well. Technology is not that boring as we think. So it's all about the mindset and the change in the mindset. Then the change management. As we go along in this whole process, you see a lot of resistance from employees, sometimes from vendors, because they have this threat as well, oh, we'll lose our business. So this constant resistance is part of this digital transformation that you face. How to manage it? You have to manage it through this change management. This should be defined in advance, that yes, there will be resistance, there should be awareness, mentorship, giving confidence to people, continuous learning and support. There could be 100 ways of managing this change. But if we believe, no, we have already invested, we have already created that awareness, and now people start using it. So no, it should be a two-way communication. Get feedback from employees, that how do you feel about it? What are your sentiments? And address those. Because happy culture, happy people people is the key for any organization to grow or to get out of the market competition. So it's all about us. It's all about you. Who can actually make that change and who can transform your organization? And trust me, each one of you, irrespective of whatever department you are working for, it's not necessary to work in technology. Whatever you are working, you can be part of that transformation. You can be part of this change. And this will help the overall organization to achieve their goals. So that's it. It's a short intro of what business and cultural transformation is. And we should all play our role with an open mind, supporting our subordinates, getting mentorships from our seniors, discussing it with our peers without any fears. Trust me, if we would not be doing this, we would be doing something better. So that's all from my side. And now we have an activity. Right. So we have mix of industries in this room. So I would request you guys, I'll name few industries. So just gather together. We want 5 groups, big groups. And maybe all telcos can get together, the telco banks and the telecommunication companies. If we have FMCGs, all the FMCGs, irrespective of the organization, can get in one group. If we have manufacturing, all the manufacturing guys and ladies can come together. So let's just gather, ask anyone ask from the table that which industry you are, and you have 2 minutes to settle down. Find your industry in the room. If we can have, okay, so if we can have a voice from each table. Bank, so here we have a bank. So all the banking people, please join this table number 2. Just gather, just join the tables and gather, because you would be discussing it and coming up with your points, writing it down on the papers. Okay, then we have, yes, oil and gas. Do we have any oil and gas here? Okay, please join together. Oil and gas people, they are more. So maybe you guys can go there. So all the oil and gas people just interact with each other. Then what we have? What else? Sorry? Cement. Cement industry, manufacturing. Okay, so there we have cement at the back. Cement or maybe manufacturing. Yeah, so just get together. Why am I doing it? Because relevant industries have similar problems. And you guys can just brainstorm these 2 questions and come up with your innovative ideas. Just mingle up. What other industry we have? Telecom. Where is the telecom, guys? Telecom. Okay, raise your hands. All the jazz and Telenorians, everybody just come together.
टेलीकॉम इधर पीछे आ जाओ
Okay,
सारे.
please, at the back.
At the back, at the back.
All telecom should get together. Who else we have in the audience? PTCL. PTCL should also go in the telecom industry. The similar one, the communication. So I'll call it communication industry. All the communication group should get together. They have almost similar kind of problems which can be addressed through transformation. Who else we have? Welfare, NGOs. Do we have any development sector here? NGOs? Marketing, NGOs, service industry, development sector, all can come here. Anybody from the development sector or NGOs? Okay, so I think on this table, you guys can continue with these two questions. So, okay, so for everybody's reference, just brainstorm these two things. What transformation are you looking for and what are the challenges you face? Which one is that table? Microfinance, please get together with the banks. Bank and microfinance, because financial sector should come together. So we have financial sector, we have telcos, communication sector, we have oil and gas, we have manufacturing, and then NGOs. 5. Any other industry? मैं नीचे ही आ जाती हूँ. Any other industry? Huh? Okay, food and eatery. So agri, food and agri, FMCG. Please get together with FMCG. Food industry. Where are the FMCG guys? Facilitator, Bisma. So I just need some support to find FMCG group. Do we have any FMCG table? Okay, I'll come on each table and see who is left. Okay. Yeah. So if there are any people who are not filling up in any group, they can just get together. What is your industry? Yeah, please gather them on the first table. All right. So let me see. Which group is this? Oil and gas. Very, very specific group and having specific kind of business problems. And I think this needs transformation a lot. We are still working in manual processing in this industry especially. So what needs to be done? What are your challenges? What you are looking for? Just write it down. So any innovative idea which can come in your mind? Which industry? Food. Okay, so all these are FMCG. I understand. Okay, fertilizer maybe. Fert in another room is. Okay, great. So you guys know. You're in the food business. It's okay, even if you're a smaller group, you can just write down what transformation are you looking for and what are your challenges. Even if 3 people.
Session on it.
Yeah, okay. Then you must, your inputs would be very, very valuable for us. Please have a seat. Right, so we have a big banking group, a financial group. Okay. Financial industry is doing great in terms of digital things, but a lot needs to be done. A lot of things are still awaited. So just any random thoughts, any random things. Sorry. So which industry is this? Manufacturing, okay. Manufacturing also have a lot of problem statements. Just write down what you are looking for. All right, so here is the telco industry. Okay. Telecommunication, my industry, we also still have a lot of things to do. Please give your crazy ideas, what should be done, and what challenges do you face? Okay, ji, so what is this industry? Acha, okay, right. Oil and gas, no, we have oil and gas industry over there as well. Acha, okay. That is completely fine. Even PSO has a lot of problem statements as per a random user experience, and maybe you can transform. So just think of any crazy ideas which you are looking for and what are the challenges, why you're not able. Is it the management? the vision, what we have just talked about, or is this taking timely decisions and you don't have timely inputs available on your, maybe on your devices? Or is this something with respect to the resources you don't get? So just connect it with what we just have seen in the slides. Okay? Great. Good, good. I'll just hear. Okay. All right. So listen, how it starts, how the transformation starts with business problems. So first of all, just write down the business problems. What are your business problems? So when you identify the problem, then you would be able that, okay, what is stopping us to do that? Is it the finance? Is it the management control? Is it the culture? So then you can put it in the challenges. So first of all, business problem, because every transformation gets out of a business problem. Whenever you automate a process, there is a problem behind it. So you need to identify that problem. Like for example, you work for oil and gas industry. Okay, so what is your top most business problem if we ask your top management?
Like right now, we cannot, very slow.
Huh?
We cannot execute our projects due to this financial issue
Okay.
in our country.
Okay.
LCs are not opening. We cannot acquire the services. Or
So this is an external factor. Yes. So what else? Internal.
that progress.
Okay.
As a, like, you can say as a whole.
Okay, so do you think that you need to keep it in your project management plan as a risk? And you should stretch the timelines because it is known in the country. And then the expectation of the management and the stakeholders would be managed accordingly that yes, the project plan is not for 6 months, it is for a year. And maybe we need these kind of supports. And maybe you need support from your regulatory, maybe you need support from your finance on that matter. Maybe you need to keep some extra stock so that you don't have to import frequently in these scenarios, right? So it comes under demand planning as well. So demand planning can happen with AI. Yeah, so artificial intelligence systems can tell you if you have to, let's say, import a raw material. So whenever it's at a threshold level and if there are challenges externally, the dollar is fluctuating. So maybe the system can tell you that this is right time to import this much. Yeah, so write down the problems. Solutions will come afterwards. वो आ जाएंगे automatically. Okay, guys. So have you identified your business problem? Okay. Right. Okay. So what is stopping you? What is the challenge for that technical advancement? Sure. Please write it down. Because it starts from a business problem, then comes down the solution and the challenges. You are not able to achieve it. So it comes down later. Financial? Yes, finance bank. Okay, so what are you? Okay, you're already here. You wrote down. Right, so we will call people from this group, one or two. You can explain, okay? Good. बस ठीक है मैं okay. So everyone, time's up. So we will just call out random groups, whoever is ready, one or two people from the group who can represent the industry and can tell us that what is your business problem, what transformation are you looking for, and what are the challenges you face. So maybe we can start with this group. That's the financial industry, bank. So let's call this guy. Welcome here. Everyone, please, let's just listen. It's not a paper, कुछ नहीं होता जिसने नहीं लिखा बस सुन ले जिन्होंने लिख लिया. So let's see how can we get benefit out of this exercise. That in this short time, what we have brainstormed. So your name?
Okay, ji. Iftikhar Mehboob here from
Attention, please.
Telenor Bank. And the challenge is how to transform the digital banking. And in that process, our team have come up to the challenges. First challenges is to fear of change. People are very fearful to change themselves. Itself is a challenge. The number
Everyone,
two,
just give me a second. Everyone, please settle down. Let's just give
okay,
due attention. Everyone, there is no quiz, there is no exam. I'm not going to give any trophy. Please settle down on your tables. I hope you enjoyed interacting with your similar industry people. But let's just settle down on your tables and listen what every industry has written and came up. Yes.
okay, the second challenge for the digital transformation for the banking system is because there is a non-availability of technological smartphones at the retail level. The number two is economic and political challenges. We may face unstable political and economic challenges to transform the digital banking in the sector. And the cyber security threats, the more we come to the technology, the more we are vulnerable towards the cyber threats.
So this is important, cyber security threat. I'll start asking random questions if you don't get settled down. So everyone, please give attention to this gentleman.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the next is fear of being irrelevant. Sometimes we may do not accept or embrace the change that we might become irrelevant.
Good.
Okay. Few more non-regulated retail channel. We talk about the digital transformation at the banking level, but our retail channel itself is non-regulated. So we as a bank are ready to transform ourselves into the digitalization, but the retail channel where the transformation actually gonna come from is not readily available. And the last one is transformation of technical illiteracy.
So thank you very much. So one outcome which I just got this digitalization, the retail channel, that is the biggest problem. So how can we do that? What technology, what phones, what infrastructure? That is the deeper problem to think of. But yes, you identify your big problems and then you can just think of multiple solutions. So thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you very much. Any other volunteer from the audience? Any other industry? Yeah, telco. Is this telco? Okay, connectivity. So yes, communication. We have PTCL, we have I think Jazz, we have Telenor. So all these working in the similar communication industry. So let's see what this industry is doing in terms of transformation. Aye, please. We need mic. Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe I can. Right.
Okay, so my name is Zabe. I work with Engro on Fresh Air. So we work with all the telcos because Jazz, Telenor, Uphone, all of them, they're our customers. So we understand their problems are our problems. What main transformation we're looking for? Digitization. A digital transformation because the kind of industry we are in, we really have to be on top of the game when it comes to digitalization. So that is really our primary transformation, which includes, of course, structural changes, which also includes cultural adaptability. All of that becomes part of the digital transformation. What challenges do we face in implementing it? A few. There is adaptability challenge. Everybody looks at change in a negative way. And I think it's very important for us to kind of send this message out also that change is very important for growth. And if once that is understood across the organizations, adaptability will become a lesser of a challenge. So when we are integrating systems with customers, across ERPs, with our processes, change is really one challenge that we encounter. Then because in telco, we're all very spread out. We don't have one plant where everything happens. We are basically spread across Pakistan in all provinces. And so because of that, it's very challenging to roll out the processes uniformly. And so process implementation also is a challenge that all telcos face. And along with that, governance challenges and regulatory challenges, because the regulations are also, when they change, to adapt to them, that is another challenge. And of course, then we have our macroeconomic conditions, security, changing economical landscape, all of that, all macroeconomical challenges are also something which can be a nuisance for telcos to
Thank
cope
you
with.
very much. Yes, very rightly identified that these are the real challenges. And I'm sure these industries are also working to identify what transformations we can bring in to their specific organization. So due to the time constraint, we won't be able to entertain all the industries, but I'm sure that all of you have just discussed cross companies, all your transformational ideas, and just please keep it with you. And you can apply, you can do that in your organizations, you can brainstorm ideas within your team. So thank you very much for today's session. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, this has been another wonderful session for tonight. I'd like to call Asma Zishan back on stage, and I would like to call Shireen Naqvi on stage to give this memento to her. Thank you so much for a wonderful breakout session, and something that's always eye-opening for all of us to actually see. I love the fact that you separated everybody by industry. It made networking very easy. Yes.